standing here with my old friend Milos Sarcev, who's got his own signature line out of products. It seems like that seems to be the thing for bodybuilders to do these days. Ronnie Coleman's got his own line. Jay Cutler's got his own line. Now we get the Milos Sarcev line. Talk to me about this line and what makes it special.
Well, what makes it special is my signature line is actually all the formulations are my own. Back in 2006, I had a KNS supplement line.
Right.
It was pre, during, post, the hyperemia advantage system, something I highly believe a lot of people don't utilize. You drive the blood into the muscle, might as well deliver all the nutrients and insert them while you're training. Now signature line is much more sophisticated, more advanced. I have a partner in Spain that agreed with me to use absolutely anything I want to put in a product.
You're using the good stuff.
Absolutely the best stuff. I mean, put it this way, if you're inserting something into your tissue, it becomes you. It's your choice. You're going to put some toxic, cheap Chinese amino acids, or you're going to put some fermented.
Well, I always say you don't want to put low test gas in a Ferrari, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's the point. Yeah. So preparing many athletes for many years, I would tell them, okay, take essential fatty acids from this company and the digestive enzymes from other, and carbo from this and whey from that. So everything that I would suggest, I have in my line.
Gotcha.
Yes,
that's smart.
This is the point. Yes.
Now you've been pretty much everywhere but America recently. I know you were in the Dominican Republic for a while. You just got back from Malaysia. What are you doing in all these countries?
I'm doing my training camps. It's as you know, I'm known for giant sets theory. I do believe if you want a maximal stimulation and you're truly honestly questioning yourself, what is the most intense training? If you're going to tell me heavy duty or push-pull or whatever system, I'm going to say your heavy duty is going to be in my first exercise in my first rotation, and then you continue to drop sets or super slow or
why do you like giant sets? Why do you think they're so good for building muscle?
Here it is. I mean, what is maximal stimulation? You go to the failure. Okay, if you're going to do conventional 6 to 8 to 10 reps maximum on a heavy duty, that triggers only fast twitch fiber, right? And it's one movement. You change the angle, you change the tempo, you change the grip, stance, variety. It's bringing all the other muscle fibers surrounding that area. It's increasing hyperemia, so there is more blood flow into those tissues. If you have all the pre-digested anabolic, anti-anabolic, fat-burning nutrients, everything is getting in more fibers, more cells are being opened. As you know, every muscle contractions open up the cells. So you have an ability for the uptake. So this is why I mix and match. I do super slow, I do just eccentric. People think that the giant sets, we're doing everything with light weights.
Giant sets being same exercise, different, same muscle group, different exercises.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes I pair. I do the bicep, triceps, or chest and back. It's not necessarily just the same muscle group, but normally, yes. Do the chest, you do maybe, my principle is heavy duty, you do some inclines and some benches, maybe some flies, and then you start mixing, from Smith machine to the cable crush.
So you are lifting heavy. You're not talking about light weights here.
No, absolutely. And here's the point. A lot of people think, it's better to do 6 to 10 repetitions. I would always tell them, I want you to fail, not to finish. Because if you do finish, and if you and I are training right now and you do 10 repetitions, normal ego training would be, if Dave did 10, I have to do at least 10 or 11, right?
Right.
But if you push for the number, right, and you're focusing only on the number, and your command is push, you're not contracting the muscle. So I actually, do the opposite. I command my supporting muscle groups not to be involved, and I try to fail in as few reps as possible. So if you really fail 6 to 7, 8, if you fail, you succeeded. If you finish, who knows, maybe you had another 2, 3 reps in you.
So you shouldn't just pick a number, you should go to muscle failure.
Yeah, exactly, muscle failure. So I don't even like when people start counting, they get the mind off of the main reason why we're training. We want to fail.
Let's talk about something that's maybe a little sadder. Nasr has passed. You guys came over from Yugoslavia together many years ago. Talk to me a little bit about Nasr.
Nasr was actually my first professional athlete I ever worked with. He was a friend for many years. Yeah, we had some disagreements later, as a lot of people would have with Nasr. He was a specific guy, but
I seem to have disagreements with him.
Yeah, but by all means, I'm very saddened with his tragic death. I heard what I heard, if it's true, that his heart was failing and he wasn't in a health position to actually have a surgery. He went to Egypt to say goodbye to the family. So when you hear something like that, it's heartbreaking. I knew his mother, father, sister. I wish actually I had that one opportunity to maybe talk to him.
We all do,
it's very sad. I mean, people on the internet like to talk, all kinds of stuff because of some claims that he made. Nasr was like that. He enjoyed talking trash and talking.
Was he serious, or was it a lighthearted trash talking? You think?
It's everything you hear from Nasr, you have to take with a grain of salt. He would use a half truth and then build on it. Right. So there's some things that.
Why do you think he became so bitter at the end? Because he did become bitter. He was a great bodybuilder for many years, and then he kind of became disgusted with it almost.
Nasr and I had many conversations throughout the years, and in the beginning I remember how he was always telling me he believed everybody is an asshole until they prove otherwise. I told him, how can you go through the life like this? I do believe that everybody is a nice person until they prove otherwise. Throughout the years I actually seen that maybe actually he had some points, But in my relationship with him, it just really went sideways for whatever reason.
You think he got jealous of you because you were becoming more? I mean, he might have been the better bodybuilder placement-wise, but you really were more well-known and more respected, I think.
I don't know if it's jealousy. I mean, like I said, many times I hang out in his house, he hang out in mine. As you probably know, back in '94, he was quite average at Olympia. Sure. And then in '95 in January he started working with me, and the first contest in '95, Houston, he beat Vince Taylor and then many other greats, and night of the champions he dominated, and made a top 3 at Olympia in '95, which was a shocker.
A lot of people didn't know that you worked with him back then.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was never really important to speak, but then word goes around. Sure. And then this is how it is. I told Nasr from the very beginning, because when he saw my journals, just take for example, he would take 365 days journal and 10 meals a day, and he would tell me, no, bullshit, I don't believe you. You just did this to trick me. I say, Nasr, it's 365 days times 10 meals. You think that I would actually put this just to trick you?
You wrote the whole journal to mess him up.
And not just for 1 year, but for several years. Yeah. And then he was just saying, oh well, but okay, but I see you use insulin. If I use insulin, it just made me fat. I said, of course, if you don't know how, right, it's going to make you fat. Right. So anyway, he decided, okay, in January '95, we're going to start training together. He's going to try to use it. And I have actually never seen anything like this in my life.
He grew like a weed.
It was just explosion that, with exception, 2003 Flex Wheeler. That's another story, and maybe I can touch that subject. But Nasr went from as you know, average IBB Pro to the dominant. Yeah, to the dominant. If he had that back, he would be even more dominating. I still believe that. What
happened though? Because he had a good back when you were working with him in '95 at the Night of Champions. Then it kind of got soft after that.
I think injections. You can actually see
really?
some. You can see some muscle atrophies. That a lot of people would take. I mean, speaking openly, it's RX muscle.
That's right.
So let's talk about RX. All of us pros are doing some RX medications, and not just orally, but injectably as well. So sometimes when you hit the nerve, you can actually see the fiber. Completely.
He actually screwed himself up.
I actually seen it on a few occasions. That's what happened. Then when you have a fibrotic necrotic tissue, it just doesn't respond the same.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Now, what you were about to say to me about Flex Wheeler in 2003? What did you work with him? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. For actually his last contest. This is a story, and I'm sure that you guys would get kicked out of it. 2002, Flex was drug-free. Remember?
Right. I remember he was going natural. Yeah.
Supposedly. Drug-free for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm drug-free since 8 o'clock this morning. But anyway, I had with Sean Ray's seminar in Orange County, and Flex, surprisingly showed up. And then after that was January, mid-January. After the seminar, he told me, okay, guys, you got to help me. I said, what do you mean? I want to compete at Arnold Classic. And Sean was like, hold on a second, it's like 5 weeks away. And I say, yeah. I said, let me see what you look like. He was about 208 pounds skinny fat.
208?
208. And, Flex is most perfect, specimen of perfect symmetry and all that stuff. But when he is 208 and skinny fat, that proportion and symmetry is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Yes. So I said, like, Flex, okay, we believe in miracles, but, come on. I said, yeah, Milos, I know that you can do it fast, I'll do whatever. So Sean and I start training Flex twice a day, and, I put him on the program, of course, as you know. You guys,
he's a genetic freak, anyway.
Genetic freak that really, it almost pisses you off. He takes a 20-pound dumbbell, and within 20 minutes his arm is bigger than mine. I trained for fucking 20 years.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. He went from 205 to 245.
What?
And 2 weeks before Arnold Classic, he decided to enter Ironman 2003.
After 3 weeks of work.
After 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He went from 208 to 245, and literally speaking, every time he walked in the gym, it was just like, oh my God. So I guess that myostatin gene inhibitor that he was actually diagnosed with, the one, it made a difference. Because, Sean and I could not...
Taking a myostatin inhibitor, or was he just myostatin negative himself?
No, I don't know. 98, Balco Labs did a study with the 28 professionals who would have that gene inhibitor, naturally, and he was the only one diagnosed that he had
no myostatin.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman, Kevin Leveroni, Gunther Schrinker, only Flex. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was wide knowledge. Yeah. So really, I have never seen anything in my life like this. Really, I seen the miracles, but what Flex did in the 3 weeks was miraculous.
And what did he place at the Arnold? I don't remember that year.
That was what?
What did he place that year at the
2003.
Arnold?
Okay, he was second after prejudging. Jay Cutler was just out of this world.
Jay Cutler was crazy.
And Melvin actually beat him in a opposing round, so Melvin ended up second, and he was third.
Can you imagine if you had 8 weeks to work with him?
Actually, I was looking forward for 2 more weeks for Arnold Classic, but as you probably know, 3-4 days after the show, he was diagnosed with kidney failure, and he went into the kidney transplant. Yeah.
And the rest is history, they say.
Yeah.
Milos, congratulations and good luck with your supplement line.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Same here.
The one and only the mind, Milos Sarcev.